A lot of times we get asked, why don't you cook them fully the first time? Because if you're going to warm them up or heat them up in a quesadilla, you just want to cook them until they're just done, not overcook them. And these are tortillas that you can be proud of. Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to make quick and easy dinner time flour tortillas from scratch. You'll be done so quickly that your kids are going to be asking you to make tortillas for breakfast. We're going to start by adding 1 cup of all-purpose flour into our stand mixer. 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and if you like it a little bit saltier, then you can just give it an extra little splash. Quickly combine your salt and your flour. And you're gonna add 1/4 of a cup of lard, vegetable oil, or butter. And I will say, if you're using butter to make your tortillas, that's okay, but it changes what a tortilla is because you're adding dairy into it, so they're gonna be a little bit thicker and more chewy. So go ahead and start mixing your ingredients. You're gonna mix until everything's well combined and you get a crumble, and I'll show you what that looks like. So start slow so you don't make a mess in your kitchen, because the less mess, the better. And this is what it should look like, a nice, well-blended little crumble. It does work best when you're using room temperature lard. And as far as your water goes, you want to use room temperature water or lukewarm water. So if the baby can drink it, that means that you're good to go, and pour it right on in. Next, you want to combine all your ingredients. We're going to start mixing at a low speed, and then we're going to pick up the pace, and that should take you around 3 to 4 minutes. After about 2 minutes of mixing, if you end up having a little bit of your crumble at the bottom like this, you don't want to pour a lot of water in here. All you're going to need is about 1 tablespoon of water, and then you're going to continue mixing for the next 2 minutes. And just like that, we have a beautiful and soft dough. I'm just going to mold it into a soft little ball. I like to use a little bit of lard on my hands, warm it up, and cover my masa. Now I'm going to show you my favorite tip to making the best flour tortillas. It's been really hot outside, and that's a perfect time to make flour tortillas, and let me tell you why. I'm going to place this outside, and the sun's going to be hitting our masa. When the sun hits your dough, it gets nice and warm, and it allows your dough to set, kind of like when you're making bread. So what you're going to do is you're going to place this in the hottest place that you can outside, in a safe place where nothing can get in here, for 8 whole minutes. Now, if you decide to make this batch of tortillas during winter time, I suggest that before you start anything, you warm up your oven at the lowest temperature for 10 minutes, turn it off, so that when it's time to rest your dough, you put it in there for about 8 to 10 minutes. It's nice and soft and pliable to make perfect and delicious tortillas. It's been 8 minutes and our dough is nice and soft. We're going to start making our tortilla balls, but this time we're going to make them a little bit smaller. And by making our tortilla balls a little bit smaller, you spend less time stretching them and get straight to the point, because your dinner tortillas should not be really big. I'm taking a little bit of lard to my hands, and I'm going to roll them into perfect little balls. That way when I'm stretching my tortillas, I have more round, happy faces than Texas state maps. But that's okay. It's all about your flavor in your tortillas. So if this is your first time making tortillas, congratulations. I hope you're having a lot of fun. And for those of you that have become experts in making tortillas, I hope this new method that I'm teaching you to put them somewhere really, really hot helps you out and makes it a speedy, speedy cooking time. Take a little bit more of your lard, tap it over the top, that way they don't dry out. I'm using a damp cloth today to cover my tortillas, and I'm just going to sit right there as the sun hits them for another 8 minutes. And since this is the last rest time, this is when you want to start warming up your cast iron. If you're using a cast iron, start warming it up at least 8 minutes prior. You're going to place it on about a medium heat. And now we're ready to make our tortillas. You're going to take your little ball, you're going to press it into the flour. Any excess, you're going to put it on your counter. Roll it up with your hand just like this. And then you're going to start rolling your tortilla and start shaping it up. And there we have it, a quick and easy tortilla. This is about 7 inches here that you're looking at instead of more of like an 8 to 9. Makes it a lot easier, and it's perfect to make for dinner time. I'm gonna need somebody very special to say ah. And there you have it, an easy half dozen for those of you that are starting to make tortillas, or if you just need some quick tortillas for dinner time. They don't crack. You fold them. A lot of times you get asked, why don't you cook them fully the first time? Because if you're gonna warm them up or heat them up in a quesadilla, you just wanna cook them until they're just done, not overcook them. I hope you enjoyed today's quick and easy recipe. As always, Claude and I are wishing you the best. We absolutely adore you. And on that one, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Adios.